Okay, we're going to talk about lines of symmetry. Okay, we're going to talk about lines of symmetry. What are lines of symmetry? Lines of symmetry Wait, that's a Y. Are lines that go through shapes that are lines that can cut a shape into two congruent halves. If you remember, congruent shapes are shapes that are the same shape and the same size. So lines of symmetry split shapes into two congruent shapes. If I have a rectangle, for example, a rectangle, a line of symmetry for this rectangle could be right down the middle. If I cut a line right down the middle, now we have two different rectangles. This is rectangle 1 and this is rectangle 2. And they're both the same shape. They're both rectangles and they're both the same size. It's equal on this side, it's equal on this side, equal on this side, equal on this side, equal on this side, equal on this side. They're both the same size and they're both the same shape. So they're congruent. So this line I added right here in the bigger rectangle is a line of symmetry because it split the original shape into two congruent halves. Another example of a line of symmetry would be in a circle. I gotta draw better circles, come on. Okay. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I promise you. Let me draw a circle here, just really quick. Come on. Whatever. It's the closest we're gonna get. Okay. We have a circle right here, and we split this in half right here. If we were to split it right down the middle, we would have two shapes that are semicircles. They're half circles, and they're both the same shape. They're half circles, and they would both be the same size. So that line down the middle would be congruent line. It would be a line of symmetry because it made two congruent halves. I could also split this rectangle in the middle like this. If I were to split the rectangle, a rectangle in the middle like this, I would create two rectangles, rectangle 1, rectangle 2, and they would both be the same shape and the same size. They'd both be rectangles, and they'd both be the same size, rectangles. So they'd both be congruent. So that line down the middle would be a line of symmetry. And you can also do it across. Any line that's able to make two congruent halves, like this line, and made two congruent triangles, triangle 1, triangle 2, then that would also be a line of symmetry. If you're able to make congruent halves in a shape, then that line that you use to make those halves would be symmetry, would be a line of symmetry, because it split it up into halves that are both the same shape and the same size, which makes them congruent. And a line that makes two congruent halves is a line of symmetry. Line of symmetry. Try this at home and stay in school.